Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Two Can Play That Game with another game night in review, and this time it's my first impressions on Onitama. So what is Onitama? Well, it's done by Arcane Wonders and it is an abstract strategy game. But it's a very good abstract strategy game with some differences that give it a lot of extra replay value compared to other abstract strategy games, but without giving much in the way of luck to the game. And this all comes from variable setup, because the way this works is it's got a setup similar to a mini chessboard where you have a king and a couple of pawns, and you're trying to take the other player's king. Now, there are only 5 possible moves in each game, and these are dictated by cards. And you'll have, at the start of game, each player will be dealt 2 of these cards, and there'll be one that is in limbo between the players. Now, when you take your turn, you pick one of the cards in front of you to perform one of the moves listed on there. So it'll show squares where you can move a pawn to. Now, any pawn can move based on any of those cards. And the game comes with, I think it's like 16 of these different cards. So the number of different combinations of moves you're actually going to have available each game is really large, which gives a lot of replay value. But you still got that same amount of strategy. At the very beginning of the game, you can see, right, this is what my opponent can do. You know, there's no hidden information there. You can see what moves they can possibly do. You can see what moves you can possibly do. When you perform one of these moves from one of these cards, you will put that card in the middle of the table and you take the one that was there. So you know what your next options of moves are going to be and you can plan for that. But then after that, you don't know which of your opponent's cards are going to be your move the one after that. It all depends what they choose. So there is a huge amount of strategy, and yet with a lot of replay value. Now, if you like these abstract strategy games, this is a fantastic option. The production values in this game are really nice. It's a bit of a shame with the way that the mat rolls up, that's the board. It can be a bit curled at the edges, that's a bit of a shame. But the actual individual pieces that you're using, the pawns, are really nice, the cards are good quality, and just it's different and interesting. I mean, the closest thing to this would be like things like the Duke. If you like that, that's a good one. Now, I'm not a big fan of abstract strategy games. I do quite enjoy them, but my wife tends not to, so I don't actually get them and play them because they just wouldn't get played, so there's not really much point. However, if I was to get an abstract strategy game, this would probably be pretty high on the list. I really enjoy the way it changes each game, the way you can, predict a bit about what you're going to be able to do and try and back them into a corner in that kind of chessy way, but then they might do a move you didn't expect, which means that throws off what you're going to be able to do, not only because the things have changed on the board, because the moves available to you have changed. Really good. Really recommend that people do check this out, especially if you're interested in abstract strategy games. Okay, I do hope that you found this video interesting and useful, and of course if you have, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel, as well as subscribing to the channel and sharing it with your friends and family. And do also take a look at us on social media. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.